Coming up, if you're building a subscription app, there's one platform you'll probably end up using eventually, RevenueCat. But most developers only use a fraction of what the platform actually does. So in this video, I'm going to show you what's exactly inside RevenueCat, some of my favorite charts, and some of the tools that you might not be leveraging. All that and so much more. What is up, App Nation? It is Steve P. Young, founder of appmasters.com, the YouTube channel, the app marketing agency, the app publishing company that's going to show you exactly what's working in apps today, what the most successful apps are doing, and how you can do the same for you. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through some of my favorite charts within RevenueCat, some of my favorite features, and how you can fully leverage it. Now, if I miss something, please reach out to me, steve@appmasters.com, and I will do a part 2 of this video. But for now, I'm going to show you my personal favorite charts and tools within RevenueCat. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, here is one of our apps, and I have blocked out any type of indication for the app, but I wanted to show you the app's doing about 37,000 MRR. And here's the revenue feature. Obviously, I'm skipping over the overview because then it'll reveal too much about the app. But I want to show you some of the things that you can do just within this revenue chart. So I'm going to go to segment, and I'm going to show you country. So you can search for it right here as well. The obvious one is country. So it's customer segmentation. That's where you find it. And you can see most of our sales are coming in the US, and we're getting a few in Canada and UK, but not a whole lot. So that's a great indication for a new app of ours. We're actually seeing some traction in Kenya. And I was like, oh, interesting. So I'm starting to work on some ASO and ASA campaigns within Kenya. But we just launched it and it's brand new. But this is a more established app, and you can see the bulk of the revenues coming from the US. The other thing that I like is called transaction type. So you can search for that within this products and offering as well, transaction type, or you can just search for it, transaction type. It's in my most recent, done. Now this will show you, especially if you've got an established app, it's been around for some time. This app has been around for some time. We actually purchased this app, but you can see like in January, we had a great month. Total, we did $56,000 in sales. Renewals were about 22,000 or 23,000, and then new were about 34,000. So you can start to see the breakdown. Obviously, I want my new revenues to continue to grow. In July, we had a lower new revenue month and a higher renewal month. That's not a trend that I want to be seeing. I want to continue to grow the renewals and the new, but I want the new to outpace the renewals, because if I see something different, you might have a dying app. I've seen certain clients whose renewal revenues outpace their new revenues, which means, you just have old users and you're not trying to capture new users. We did lower the ad spend in July a little bit. So profitability wise, it was really high. It was our best month, but I want that new sales number to go up as well. So these are the ones that I really pay attention to when it comes to the revenue chart. The other one that you can do is by product. Now I'm not going to hit this because then it'll reveal too much about the app, but within product, you can see whether it's your monthly, it's your yearly, which plans have the highest revenues. For us, it's really yearly. So product is also a good indication of how everything is lining up. All right, the next chart I'm going to show you is the one that you really have to pay attention to. All right, it is called trial conversion. You go here. Here it is. What you want to do is change this absolute RevenueCat. Just say relative. This is what you want to see, right? This is the number one question that I ask new founders, new clients that want to work with us. I'm like, okay, what is your trial activation rate, which is your start rate? So for us, pretty high. Right? And we could probably improve it to try to get to 12%. It's a health and fitness app, so January is always going to have a higher start trial rate. And then what is your trial to paid? Because we have a 7-day trial, we are actually converting over 60% of our trial activations into paying customers. So that's really high. On average, you're going to see about 5 to 10 being a good number to reach for this start rate. Anything above 10 is great. And anything above 20, which I've seen very rarely, but have seen, is amazing. And then the conversion rate from trial to paid On average, it is about 30 to 40%. So anything above that is awesome. And we're doing very awesome for this. It's a niche health and fitness app. And the more niche you can go, the higher these start rate and conversion rate numbers go. But these are things that you have to pay attention to. The next chart I'm about to share with you is something that you really have to pay attention to when you are running paid ads. So realized LTV per customer is a very key indication of whether you can run paid media or not. So for this app, and for me, this is just a personal opinion, an app has to be roughly around $3 realized LTV. So you can see here within a 30-day span, I am about roughly at a $3 per customer. So I'm making roughly about $3 for every new install. Now, if I can wait a little bit longer, I can always change this. So the customer lifetime is 30 days. But let's say I was like, hey, I can wait until a whole year. I have enough money in the bank that if I spend $10,000 now, I can wait a whole nother year to make $15,000, right? And so you can change that variable. Obviously, it doesn't change much for us. So it went from 3.0 something to 3.30. So it's not a huge significant change, but this is where you can start to play around with those numbers. Let's say if you can wait 18 months, does this change? 329, so not much. Let's say if you can make 24 months, like 2 years, it doesn't change much either. So we're roughly going to be around a $3 mark. Now, the higher the number, the better you're going to be. So the levers I can tweak there are going to be the conversion rates and the pricing. And I can test around that to see if I can get a higher LTV. That's how I can get a higher LTV, just playing around with the conversion rates and obviously the pricing that I do within the app. All right, the other thing I want to show you guys, and I haven't been able to properly connect it, but I've seen other clients who have done this properly, is you can use RevenueCat as a MMP or an attribution source for Apple ads. So I can go into acquisition and do by campaign. Unfortunately, it's not working properly for me, but I have seen other clients who've done it right. But I just wanted to show that off, that if you can do it properly, you can kind of get a sense of how well your Apple ads campaigns are performing within RevenueCat. All right, now some of the cool features beyond the charts that you can utilize within RevenueCat. Okay, the first one is Paywalls. You can see it, Paywalls right here. Again, I've blocked out the app itself. We're not using the RevenueCat paywall. It's pretty basic in my opinion right now. So we just built a custom one. And so that's how we've done it, but you can build paywalls within RevenueCat or you can just do it custom. The other thing that I love too is the experiments. So we're running an experiment right now where we have money back guarantee on our paywall and it's winning. So I'll show you that real quick. Now, here are the numbers. You can see the B, which has the money back guarantee language on our paywall, is outperforming. The results summary are down here. I'm not going to scroll too much for you guys because then it'll reveal some of the app details, but you really want to go into full report here. And you can see that the initial conversions are up. The initial trial activations are up. The other thing I want to show you is if you scroll all the way down, you'll start to see the LTV and the revenue. And that's really what's most important too. So I pay attention to the very top in terms of the initial conversions, and then I pay attention to the very bottom, which is the revenues. Now, this experiment, literally the day we're recording this, has been only 4 days old, but the initial numbers look really, really good. So we're gonna let this run for a few more days so that we can get significant data behind this. But another cool feature. And again, this is all custom built. So custom built paywalls, but we're using RevenueCat to run the A/B tests. All right, now a cool thing that I'm about to test out using RevenueCat is their funnels feature. And I'm gonna show it off right here. It's called funnels. You can do web funnels, web to app funnels. A lot of people have seen success with that. I do definitely think it's the future. I've been running Facebook ads on this particular app and not seeing really good results. And because we're targeting a older audience, my hunch, my hypothesis is that maybe web funnels will work better than app funnels. App is great for organic and Apple ads, but we're just not getting the conversions. And our ads are performing pretty well. We're getting insane hook rates, insane hold rates, great cost per installs. Just those installs are not converting. So I have a gut feeling that maybe my older audience isn't so used to buying on the app itself that I might have to explore web campaigns to get them to buy on the web, which they might feel more comfortable with, and then getting them to use the app after they've purchased. So really cool feature here. Again, I haven't played around with it, but I am going to test this out in an upcoming video. All right, that is it. Now, obviously, everybody knows RevenueCat. You probably are using it. I want to really highlight what you can do with it. The other thing that if you're really techie, you can take its API, take some of this data, put it into Claude, have Claude built its own platform so you can analyze it, and it'll give you a weekly report. Lots of things you can get done there. And lastly, the feedback I want from you is, if I miss something in this overview, please leave a comment below. Right? Say, hey, Steve, I really love this feature. Or send me an email and say like, hey, this is the feature I really love because of X, Y, and Z. I'll create a part 2 of this video and highlight some of those features, but I want to show off my favorite features and charts first. All right. If you need help with your app marketing, reach out to us at masters.com. And if you enjoyed this, share it with a friend or like the video. All right. Until then, I'll see you on the next video.